Holy God, what are you showing me? Come on!
Do me a favor and watch the video, okay? Thanks, bye. The Johnny Depp court case in Virginia has been pretty wild, and there were a lot of things that happened these past 5 weeks. But let's take a look back on all the things that happened these previous weeks. In the beginning of this trial, both lawyers of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard had their opening statements presented to the jury and to the judge. In their opening statements, JD's legal team states that Amber Heard didn't just harm him in many ways possible, but it made him lose his career in Hollywood. Heard's legal team, in their opening statement, states that JD was a drugged up person and that he has physically harmed Amber Heard so much, and in addition to that, he has also committed acts of SA on her. Two people testified on the courtroom that week, mainly Johnny Depp's sister, Christy Dembrowski, and his friend Isaac Baruch. Christy Dembrowski shared her experiences with JD growing up and sheds a bit of light about their mother, Betty Sue Palmer. She says that when they both grew up, they had a complicated relationship with each other, mainly because of the fact that they were both abused by her when they were kids. Isaac Baruch is a neighborhood friend of Johnny Depp during his teenage years. What I liked about him is that he's humble, witty, and honest with his questions, despite the questions being repeated for like a lot of times. And what really got me respecting him is when he says this during the cross-examination.
But we just heard you give your version.
Am I angry anymore? I'm not, what I am is tired. So many people have been affected by this malicious lie that she started and she created. It's not fair. It's not right what she did and what happened for so many people to get affected from this.
Well said, my guy. Well said. The second week is where Johnny Depp takes the stand and testifies under oath. He tells us about his experiences with Amber Heard and how much damage she has caused him over the years. And this is where the audio tapes were played for the whole world to see.
And I lied!
And that you punched me in the fucking thing. And
you figured it out.
And you said, no, I didn't. What the fuck are you talking about? And I watched you lie. And then
I didn't punch you, by the way. I'm sorry that I didn't hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you.
Now, for those who are following this case, we have already heard this 2 years ago, but those who haven't, this is a huge, and I mean huge deal, because of the fact that this is being broadcasted live for everyone to see made the public opinion on Amber Heard turned against her. Now onto the cross-examination. There were text messages that was presented in court. Those said text messages between Paul Bettany and JD was him wanting to burn Amber Heard like a witch, and the media painted that as him wanting Amber Heard to be gone. Now the thing is, it's just JD venting out his anger to Paul Bettany, and that they were making Monty Python references to each other. Also, this is where everything falls apart for Amber Heard's team, because every time Heard's lawyer, Ben Rottenborn, asks a question on Johnny Depp, it's either Johnny will say no, we'll joke about it, or interrupts the lawyer because he's getting tired of the same old questions that he's being asked. But you gotta admit, it's hilarious and sad at the same time. And as a result of this, there's a lot of haha me big laugh videos being made on Johnny Depp's cross-examination.
Let me ask you a different question, Mr. Depp.
Yes. Let's let him object to another one. He'd have a conversation.
The third week is where things get really interesting. So starting off with Dr. Shannon Curry. She's a forensic psychologist who are asked by Amber's legal team if she had suffered PTSD. She debunks this claim and that she diagnosed her with borderline personality disorder and histrionic personality disorder. Wow. Wow. I'm just shocked how Johnny managed to stay with a crazy like her. Although in fairness, it all stems from his mother's behavior. One of Amber Heard's lawyers, Adam Nadelhaft, pulls a big brain 1000 IQ known to every lawyer ever. He objects to his own question.
One of his fingers.
Objection, hearsay. Oh. Next.
Like, what the heck? You cannot be this serious. He makes himself and the rest of his team look like idiots. Well, I mean, their client is already an idiot as well, so... But what makes this week really interesting is this guy named Alejandro Romero. So his testimony is pre-recorded, meaning it took place months before the actual trial. While being questioned in said pre-recorded video, this guy decides to get ballsy, rips out a fat one while driving and being questioned as to whether Johnny Depp is an addict. This was one of the most bizarre testimonies ever out of the people who took the stand in Virginia. Even the judge looks disappointed with the whole testimony. I mean, just look at her face. I'd be as stunned as her if someone just rips out a fat one in court. During week 4, a doctor by the name of Don Hughes took the stand and talked about Heard being diagnosed with PTSD. Now the problem with her is that she comes off as biased and everything that she says is always against Johnny Depp or putting the blame on men, and that a lot of them are violent people that do nothing but harm others. With the overwhelming evidences being placed on Heard, she decides to get the case thrown out of court, but she fails. This is like her 5th time she gets rejected by the same judge, and she got rejected 4 times before in 2021. With her miserable attempt to get rejected, she takes the stand during this week, and I cannot watch her testimony without cringing at her crying.
I just kept going back on how much I love this person. So just my phone and went to the premiere with him and I'm gonna cry.
This week was not kind to Amber Heard. During her cross-examination, she was asked about whether she donated her divorce settlement to charity and the incident in Australia. She states that the money was pledged by her and that she used donated and pledged interchangeably. But those two things mean differently, because donating something is where you actually give the money to the charity, while pledging to donate is where you promise that you were gonna give the money to the charity. So another thing that was brought up in court is the Australia incident, where she tells Johnny Depp how many people will believe him. And his lawyer, Camille Vasquez, brings this up in court, and actually, you know what? Let's play these clips for you to see right now.
You have not donated the $7 million, donated, not pledged, donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity.
I use pledge and donation synonymous with one another. They're
but I
the same
don't.
thing.
Ms. Heard, I don't use it synonymously.
That's how donations are paid.
Ms. Heard, respectfully, that's not my question. As of today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the ACLU. Yes or no?
I have not yet.
And you said to Mr. Depp, quote, you can please tell people that it was a fair fight and see what the jury and the judge think. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them Johnny Depp, Johnny Depp, a man, a victim too of domestic violence, end quote. That's what you said, right?
I was saying it to the man who beat me up, yes. I thought it was preposterous.
And the man you beat up numerous times. Right, Ms. Heard?
I could never hurt Johnny.
You're here in this courtroom because Mr. Depp finally told the world that he is a victim of domestic violence.
I know that he is suing me.
You just gotta love this so much. Camille Vasquez is just awesome. She completely grills Amber Heard fresh off the barbecue. Also, this is where I think the moment Amber Heard completely destroyed herself in front of everyone in the courtroom. You mean the same shit that she always does every day?
You
wanted them to be seen, you wanted to be seen, as a noble victim of domestic violence.
I have never wanted to be seen as a victim.
Yep, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Give yourself a round of applause as this woman just admitted to not being the victim. It's so funny how she hates being called a victim, yet she's supposed to represent all DV survivors alike. It's straight up embarrassing. Also, this is where her friends and her sister testified this week. Johnny Depp was nothing but kind and thoughtful to these people, and all they did in return was put him in a hellish nightmare with the help of Amber Heard. One of Amber's friend's ex-husband, Josh Drew, testified about the former couple, and I think this clip speaks for itself.
Did you ever notice anyone visiting Amber Heard at night while Mr. Depp was away?
During the time that I was living there?
Yes.
Yes.
On how many occasions?
I wouldn't even be able to estimate.
Was it more than 10?
Yes.
Was it more than 20?
Yes.
Was it more than 30?
Yes.
Was it more than 50?
Again, I can't really speculate.
If this was actually true, right? If this was actually true, then not only is she evil, But she belongs to the streets, right? She belongs to the streets. Let me hear it again.
She belongs to the streets.
I feel like when Josh Drew mentions Amber Heard cheating, it just gets progressively worse and worse. Like, oh, she cheated with 30 men. But wait, there's more! This makes the girl that cheated on Call Me Carson for 7 times look like a saint. I'm just waiting for all of this to end and that Johnny Depp gets the justice that he deserves. If Amber Heard manages to somehow win through all of this, then I've completely lost faith in humanity. Other than that, Amber Heard should be held liable for committing perjury in many places, such as Australia, the UK, and Virginia. Anyways, that's all for now. Also, please subscribe to the channel as I'm trying to reach 300 more subs. Okay, bye.